Everyone, it's Pam from GlamJunkJournals, and I am so excited to have these 3 journals completed. I am calling this my Autumn Floral Hues collection, and as you can see, there's 3 in the collection. They are all similar yet different. They each have their own personality, and I have named each of these, which just makes me beyond excited. And I took the names from my favorite show, Downton Abbey. So we have Daisy, we have Rose, and we have Marigold. Oh, I just love that. Oh, anyways, I'm beyond excited. So I want to go through and do a flip through of all 3 of these, and I'm hoping it won't be too lengthy. As you guys know, I like to talk about all of the elements in my journals, but I'll try to condense it a little bit. So each of these measures 6.5 by 9. They each have 1 signature. It's a soft cover made out of all fabric, and the spine is about 1.5 inches thick for each of these, and it is secured with a 5-hole pamphlet stitch. So what I started out with, let's go through and go to Daisy. This is Daisy, tied with a yellow sari silk ribbon. And what I started out with, and I'll show you this, and I added a postcard that just brings the whole covers together for each of the 3 here. What I started out with, let me unwrap this. And you can wrap this sari ribbon as many times as you want. I did do it around 3 times, but each of the covers is exactly the same except for the boho sari trim on each. The pattern is exactly the same, and I did go wild with the pattern mixing, which I just think is so much fun. And then along the spine, I did do a different piece of fabric that contrasts yet goes together. And then along each of the spines, I did add some lace applique. There are 2 embellishments on each of the covers, and these are 2 vintage pins that I found at, thrift stores. And the inside cover coordinates with the outside fabric on the spine. So let's get into Daisy. As you can see, that gorgeous, gorgeous pattern. Oh, just love it. So we've got a whole bunch of embellishments on the side here. Look at this beautiful little beaded tassel trim that a friend of mine made for me. She made me a whole bunch of these, and I'm so excited because they look beautiful and they go so well with this journal. So I've included a lot of postcards in each of these, which you guys know I love to do, and I kind of hoard them and I'm obsessed with them, so why not share them with you? So I've done that. We've got a pocket here, we've got some wallpaper here, and this just clips along the side there. And here's some more sari trim, more wallpaper, and some more ephemera and postcards. And on this side here, here's a little side pocket, another postcard, and this cute little vintage, it's not a card, it's for letter writing, so you can journal on the inside of that. And these are the actual envelopes, and look at the distressing. Isn't that cool? We like to try and do the distressing, but this is actually distressed from just age, and so that is in there. I tried to include very similar, if not the same, embellishments and ephemera in each of the journals. So what I mean by that is each of the journals is going to have one of those cute little kitty envelopes and cards there. And so we've got a bunch of ephemera here. This is an original here. Look at that. Oh, I love that. Look at the signature on the back. I tried to include as much original ephemera as I could. I love to shop for it. I love to collect it. I love to hoard it. But after a while, it's like, I want to share this with you because it's not doing me any good in a box, you know, in my collection. I do love to look at it, but, you know, it's time to put them in my journals. So we've got a vintage, what is this? Blah. Book page that I have coffee stained. We've got some writing space. I did try to include at least one, if not more, image of the name of the journal. So in this instance, there's a gorgeous picture of some daisies. That's from the Graphics Fairy. We've got some vintage music, a lace doily, a children's book page, and it's got some gorgeous, this is a vintage cardstock that I printed, and that's just some trim that I added on there. I like that, how that looks. It's with a bulb clip there, and here is a tuck with some classic piano music, and each of the journals has one of these cute little guys. Tales of Polly Next Door. These were little advertisements, and I've never seen these. I don't remember these ever being around. Maybe they're before my time, not saying that I'm young, but I had never seen these. So each of the journals has one of these little cute little things in it. Oh, I just love that. Fits right in there. And I did do a little tag there and some stamping. And here is one of my sideways tags. And I tuck some ephemera on the inside of that. And then there's a vintage magazine page and some more ephemera there and some more sari ribbon. That gorgeous image from the Graphics Fairy printed on vellum is what I was trying to say. And a little tuck spot there and some more ephemera and a snippet that I made with some of the fabrics that were used in this journal. And here is the center. Got 2 vertical belly bands, more postcards, and a piece of journaling paper there. And of course, in each of them, I had to include a Dear Audrey, my autograph book. Dear Audrey, I love you, you love me, so we love each other as you can see. Your true friend, Dorothy. Love that. Oh, gosh. And then each of the journals has a flambe recipe. This is from a mini recipe book that I got, and I just thought that was so cute. And another postcard, coffee-dyed graph paper, journaling card there, and just some little embellishments on the bottom. And then there's another one of those beads from my friend. And the other side of that tag, another vintage postcard, some journaling space. And I used a lot of sari silk ribbon in these journals also. There's the other half of that daisy print here, and I don't know if you can see it, but the pages have been not only coffee dyed, but they've been sprayed with some gold glimmer spray, so they have a little bit of sparkle on them. And then there's some more ephemera there, cute little advertisement. And here is a belly band made out of some embossed cardstock. And on the back of that, there's a postcard, a vintage envelope, and some writing space on the inside there. And a gorgeous little pin there that I just lost a pearl, but I will take care of that. And then there is a another one of my snippets and some vintage paper. This is all original here. This is 1893 and this is 1898. And then a corner pocket up at the top. And look at that two-sided card there. Aren't those gorgeous? Oh, I love that. and then some more vintage ephemera and postcards on the back. And then the very last page here is a little tuck spot here and a little pocket that I created with an applique and a gorgeous lady vintage postcard, and then another card on the top that I added some sari silk to. So in each of these journals, a lot of the postcards and ephemera can be moved around, which is fun. Okay, so now we're going for Rose. Isn't she pretty? Ah! As you can tell, each of the base of the journals were the same. So take that off. The only difference being a little bit different trim, and the buttons and the embellishments on the top are different for each of the journals. So I got to keep this all together. So like I said, this is Rose. And look at that gorgeous fabric. And that is the same on there. And that's what I did for each of the journals. So we've got a tuck there with some ephemera on the inside and a little collage down there with some sari trim. Vintage music. Here is a belly band with a another, see, there's the little kittens again, and some roses and some more, a journaling card there, and then a tuck spot here on my sideways tags, rose postcard, and there is a coffee dyed rose stencil on that. And there is a fold out here with some more ephemera on the inside of that, writing space, a vintage catalog here for these gorgeous, these are, I think these were, I don't know if they were china or ceramic figurines, a tag that I created there, and then there is another one of those gorgeous beads my friend made, and another rose postcard, and then just a little tuck on this side with a tally. Isn't that cute? Oh, I love that. And that looks like it was from like the 50s or the 40s, my mom's era. And then vintage ledger. There's that lace doily. And then here is a collaged page where I created a little pocket at the bottom with a vintage calling card, bunch of ephemera, postcards, and a large tag there. And then along the side, I just added a little corner embellishment there and a tied ribbon of sari silk. And then there's a gorgeous map image and vintage magazine. And here is a clip with a Christmas card. I love the antique Christmas card, the vintage antique Christmas cards, because they don't look like Christmas. To me, this doesn't look like Christmas, or, you know, what we think of, the red and the green and the Santas and all that kind of stuff. But isn't that cute? And it's got, I put some vintage letter on the inside of that. And here is the center. And so you have a tuck there, and along the side here, I did do some lace and a fabric snippet with some boho trim there, and a gorgeous postcard again, and some more book ephemera on the back of that. And same on this side, I created a double tuck here with an image from the graphics fairy and a postcard, and then another postcard and a large tag in the back. And then got some more writing space, little fold out there. And here is the fabric flip up that I like to do. And I included some more ephemera on the inside of that. And on the bottom there is a collaged page with some original ephemera there from my ledger book, and an envelope dated 1917. And then on this side, Here is another collaged page, and I did do a side pocket with the same embossed cardstock there, and just a little snippet, and I sewed some buttons on, and a postcard, and then there's another recipe from that book, banana flambés. Yum. There's some more gorgeous roses, as you can see, with the gold glimmer spray. There's my sideways tag, and here is another one of those cute little books. Love those. Oh, when I found those, I'm like, those are the cutest things ever. I've got to buy them. And here is a corner pocket with the same embossed cardstock, a tag with some gorgeous vintage shoes. And I did fail to mention that most of the pages have been sewn around with some gold metallic thread in each of the journals. And then behind that, another postcard. And this is an original page. This was a book on the Capitol, but I just loved the way they added those images around the borders. So I just thought that was beautiful. So those all fit right back in there. And here is the back. Here is a little fold out with an envelope that has some postcards and ephemera. And the Dear Audrey letter on this side says, I've got to read these. I'm just have to. Dear Audrey, it's hard to be a good girl when your heart is full of hope, but it is a whole lot harder to find a towel when your eyes are full of soap. Oh my gosh. Yours till Colorado Springs. Don't forget me. Sincerely, Dora. Aw, isn't that funny? Oh, they were very creative in what they said. And here's a little side tuck there, and a little vintage advertisement. And there's a little square of my funky vest that I use in a lot of my journals. And some more boho trim. And that is just a gorgeous, this was a cloth, excuse me, these were paper tablecloths and placemats. And I thought that went really well. So there is Rose. And then last but certainly not least is Marigold. Yay! And then you can see the different embellishments up on the corner. That's an earring and a pin. Gorgeous postcard there. Or actually, excuse me, is this a postcard? Yeah, it is a postcard. All right. And then we'll get this one open. These were so much fun to do, you guys. I just had a blast. Just loved it. And then there again, the different fabric that is right, you know, along the side and along the inside cover. And then we've got the vintage greeting card and some more ephemera and a large pocket with a tag that has been collaged on the inside. So those all fit there. There's some Edith Holden, and I added some really pretty pink trim on that. I just thought it went so well with that. I got a vintage book page. Here's a side tuck and some writing space there, and a little tab up at the top that has some upholstery fabric and also a little bit of sari silk. And then there's one of those gold borders. Oh, what flambe recipe do we have today? Brandied apple slices. Yum. And then vintage postcard. And the last, Dear Audrey, gotta read it to you. Dear Audrey, I am writing this to help you remember one of your schoolmates. I enjoyed having you as a schoolmate, and I hope you will never forget me. Your loving schoolmate, Rose Marie. Oh, cute. Oh, vintage music. Get that back in there so it doesn't get folded. There's my sideways tags, and I put a tag on the inside and a vintage envelope. And here is a vintage birthday card. Has a little tuck on the inside there, and side tuck there made out of another postcard, and another vintage envelope, and some more ephemera on the inside of that. And then here's the American Lady shoe. Love that. Oh, that is an original magazine page. And I added some sari silk on the side there with a reinforcement tab. And along the inside there, here is a little folder with a little card in there, more vintage envelopes and postcards. So those all fit right back in there. Get that guy in there. Some more coffee dyed paper, wallpaper, and along this side here is another one of those books, and this has been clipped on the side with a bulb clip and more writing space on the inside there, and a little bling. I had to add some bling. You guys know how I love bling. Now this is going to go back in there. Come on, get back in there. There we go. Writing space. And then there's some trim and some sari ribbon there, or sari boho trim. And here is the center of Marigold. Got some vintage ephemera and tags on this side. Oh, look at that. 1925 summer school. Oh man, the guy had to go to, or person had to go to summer school, but that's okay. And then here is the kitten's letter and envelope that fits there. Vintage advertisement on this side. Don't you love that? Oh, just beautiful. We need to bring this stuff back because that's a lot prettier than the stuff we get in the mail today, right? And I did add trim on each side to make it all blend together. And here is a tuck with some flowers, including a marigold and some more boho trim, and a gorgeous postcard that I just thought went really well. We got writing space, ephemera on that side, and then a little fold out here. And here is another one of those shoe tags that I made. And we've got a little side tuck here with a cute little postcard, and I attached a charm there and some sari ribbon. And here is a dessert. Ooh. And I just thought the colors went well. We got some desserts here. And then a vintage envelope behind that. Little fold out here. There's my ledger page. And a side clip here with another one of those beads, which are just beautiful. And then a postcard on that. And this is actually a side pocket right there. And on this side here is a corner pocket with some more vintage ephemera and another gorgeous postcard. Oh, man. And here's the other side of that greeting card. Happy birthday, sweetheart, Mommy. Oh, and on this side, I did tuck in a vintage railroad receipt right there. And then there is the other half of that sideways tags that I did. And on this one, check this out. Good foods made better with Kretschmer wheat germ. Now I don't know about that. What do you guys think? But check that out. It has these little flowers on the side, so I thought it went really well. Oh, cute. So that goes in there. So you can make recipes out of it with this one. And then there's some sari trim along the side and a corner cluster with a vintage clip and some marigolds there. And here's another one of my fabric flip-ups right there. And I got a piece of, that's not a piece, yeah, that is just the vintage book page. And on this side here is the wallpaper belly band. And I added a little tag there and a photo. And on the back here, we've got a postcard, a tag, and some writing space. And then on the very back here is a side tuck made out of a gorgeous envelope with all of those beautiful stamps. Oh, I just think they're so beautiful. And that's from Kenya, which is way cool. And another postcard. So there you have it, you guys. We have my 3 journals in my Autumn Floral Hues collection. So these 3 are all going into my Etsy shop within the next couple days. I'm going to create the listings and they will be listed separately. And so I hope you guys love these as much as I do. I just had such a good time putting these all together, and I hope you guys like them. So anyways, thank you for watching, and I will see you soon in my next video. Talk to you later. Bye.